Hey y'all, it's Dan back with another video. I thought I'd look at Black Lives Matter. They've been in the news a lot, and I went to their website, blacklivesmatter.com. They got this black and yellow thing going on, and I was looking around, and here it says we call for sustainable transformation in our communities. Sustainable transformation. And I was curious, what is sustainable transformation? Sustainable, a big word with Agenda 21, Sustainable 33, right? And then transformation. And it's interesting that it's 306 and 99. 306 is 36 and 99. These are numbers in regards to racism. Racism 99 and 63. So let's go look at their demands. The big one is defund the police. Notice, I don't know if you can see that. Let me make it bigger. They're talking about defunding the police. Posted up May 30th. 30, kind of like police equals 30. That's why we're talking about the police and defunding the police. And notice police and the N word. We just looked at this recently. They're both 60, they're both 102, and they're both 30. So a match in 3 of the 4 base ciphers. And so they want to defund the police, and it's hashtag. It's all about the hashtag these days. So I was looking at defund the police, and it has a lot to do with the number of the beast. As you can see by 75 and 258, number of the beast. A lot of number of the beast encoding, also 174, the reflection of, or not the reflection, but the same numbers as 147. So then it's hashtag, which is something people say, hashtag. I mean, I don't say it, but a lot of people do. Hashtag defund the police, like 211, like Mason. Also 211, the 47th prime. That number of foundation. And also 383, which is the 76th prime. Kind of like Negro. This is a, this is coming out of all these, the George Floyd incident, black people getting assaulted by the police. That's been going on for years. And they're saying enough is enough. Right here, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're done with this. Right? And that's number of the beast number right there, 87. So they're calling an end to systemic racism. Let's call an end to systemic racism. Using this word a lot. Why? Because it's 59 like Negro, and 202 like 22 like Negro, 86 like blood sacrifice, systemic racism. Show you Negro, 59. I think I already showed you that, but so they want you to sign the petition, get involved. So very interesting. And I was looking about the defund the police thing, and there's this video that's 2 minutes and 18 seconds from the Minneapolis City Council announces intent to defund the police. I love this idea. I mean, the police really needs to be done away with. But in the video that I can't play, this woman, Lisa Bender, talks about that it needs to be turned into public safety, the police. And 218, why is that an interesting number? Because I can't breathe equals 218 in the reverse ordinal cipher. And the reason I have the satanic cipher up here is because supposedly George Floyd, there's got that 8 minutes and 46 seconds thing, and 8 minutes and 46 seconds is 526 seconds, right? Because it's 60 minutes, 8 times 60 is 480 plus 46, 526, and I can't breathe equals 526. This is the day the video of George Floyd went viral as well. Also 106, like Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter also equals 106. See that? So I did find a video though about President Trump. This is a recent one. Slams calls to defund police as Democrats unveil police reform legislation. And let's take a listen to this.
Congressional Democrats are pushing a new bill requiring
there won't be defunding. Notice that phrase that is quoted. There won't be defunding. There won't be funding. Notice the 102, like the N-word. The N-word 102. There won't be defunding. That's what he's talking about, right? So let's watch a little bit more of it.
Changes in police procedures throughout the U.S. President Trump responded on Twitter saying that Democrats have gone crazy, quote.
Democrats have gone crazy, right? Making this a political issue. Democrats have gone crazy. We just saw this 112 before. Let me get rid of the satanic and the English extended cipher. But we saw 112 before. Democrats have gone crazy in regards to hashtag defund the police. Democrats have gone crazy. Also 104. 104. Democrats have gone crazy. Hashtag defund the police. Also 112. So that's very interesting. So let's watch a little bit more of this video here.
And Tracy reports now on the president's continued emphasis on law and order.
There won't be defunding. There won't be dismantling of our police.
Hosting law enforcement representatives at the White House Monday, President Trump said the U.S. has the finest law enforcement in the world, despite nationwide protests calling for change.
Sometimes you'll see some horrible things like we witnessed recently, but 99.9.
So he's saying 99, emphasizing the 99, emphasizing 99.9. Why is that interesting? Because remember we were talking about racism before. Racism equals 99. That was a big number with the Eric Garner thing. The guy with the 99 number t-shirt was on top of Eric Garner. 99. He also said, I can't breathe. So that's why we're talking about it. So notice he says it's at the 42nd mark. 42.
Let's go with 99% of them are great, great people.
The White House has not offered any policing reform plans and is trying to focus attention on the protesters who are calling for defunding police departments. The Trump campaign accused Joe Biden of supporting the cause.
Do you support defunding the police?
No, I don't support defunding the police.
So justice for all they're talking about, right? In that little thing there. Justice, of course, justice, another 33 word. Justice for all. 83 like murder. Like 52 like Kabbalah. Justice for all in a time of a pandemic. Pandemic 151. So, interesting. Joe Biden.
I support conditioning federal aid to police based on whether or not they meet certain basic standards of decency and honorableness.
Kneel for our moment.
On Capitol Hill Monday, Democrats took a knee in honor of George Floyd and then unveiled what they called the Justice in Policing Act. The proposed legislation.
So, Justice in Policing Act. Let's look at that. Justice in Policing Act. So notice that, and then Justice in Policing Act, because they're going to be the same numbers. Look at this. Justice in Policing Act, 219. There won't be defunding, 219. Also 102, also 321. That's pretty amazing. So a match in 3 of the 4 ciphers. Justice in Policing Act, and there won't be defunding. Interesting, huh? So let's get on with the decode. I wanted to look at this Black Lives Matter thing, and what she was talking about was public safety. Is that these officers, we're going to be talking about public safety. Public safety has these numbers of Freemasonry. 139 and 58. Right? Numbers of Freemasonry, public safety. Safety, a big word in what they're talking about. So let's take a look here at my decode. So Black Lives Matter is an international human rights movement and originated from within the African American community, which campaigns against violence and systemic racism towards black people. BLM regularly holds protests speaking out against police brutality and police killings of black people, and broader issues such as racial profiling and racial inequality. So they began in 2013, basically because of the acquittal of George Zimmerman in the shooting death of African-American teen Trayvon Martin in 2012. So here's the Wikipedia thing. Founded on July 13th by Alicia Garza, Patrice Coulars, and Opal Tometi. I'm going to look into these 3. And 2 of them are what they call queer. You know, they don't say gay anymore, or I don't know. Anyway, if I'm saying this right. Queer. Look at that, 66, 30. Like the N-word, like Saturn, 66, like number of the beast. Right? We're going to be talking about that number. Also, you know, freedom is also 66. Freedom. So let's talk about Black Lives Matter. And founded on a day with 33 numerology. Interesting, right? They mentioned the word sustainable equals 33. From the day they were formed to the death of George Floyd was 2,508 days. Where have we seen that number before? 2508 or 258, kind of like number of the beast. Number of the beast also 174 and 66. We were just talking about that number 66 in regards to freedom. Right, 66, and queer. Right. I'll get into 174 as well. If you just say black lives, because they're concerned about black lives, that equals 66. Like number of the beast. Black lives also 174. It's also a New World Order number. New World Order. That's what we're in, and getting more and more like the New World Order. Look, 174, 75, like number of the beast. New World Order. and you would say it's here. So it was 6 years and 317 days from when they started to the death of George Floyd. 6 years, 317 days, 317, the 66th prime, like number of the beast, like Black Lives, like freedom, like queer. Check the similarity between number of the beast and Black Lives Matter. 174, 173, right? 65 and 68, 6 and 258 and 259. Interesting how close they are. It was founded in 2013. As mentioned before, hashtag Black Lives Matter. What's the hashtag? Hashtag Black Lives Matter. And that's that N-word number, right? That's what they're concerned about. This is what they're coding into this 102. It's also a number of justice, right? Justice and slavery, also similar numbers. 87, 102, 42, like the N-word. So, Black Lives Matter Foundation, Inc. is a global organization in the US, UK, and Canada whose mission is to eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on Black communities by the state and vigilantes. By combating and countering acts of violence, creating space for Black imagination and innovation, and centering Black joy, we are winning immediate improvements in our lives. So this is their mission statement, I guess you could say. Eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on Black communities. Build local power to intervene in violence. Doesn't really say peacefully. But combating and countering acts of violence, creating space for Black imagination and innovation, and Black joy. Black joy and Black innovation. Black joy, 137, like Black Lives Matter, founded on a day with 33 numerology, also 47, a foundational number, 37, 33rd prime, right? Black joy, words I've never heard of, Black innovation. 63, like racism. 162, like ritual. 81 and 81 is 162. So let's move on here. So founded in 2013, or 213, death and satanic equals 213. And if you include the end date, it was 2,509 days, kind of like 259, like Black Lives Matter, 259. It's time for them to really come into their own. So the founders met here, according to Wikipedia. The movement was co-founded by 3 Black community organizers, Alicia Garza, Patrice Coolers, and Opal Tometi. They met through the Black Organizing for Leadership and Dignity, or BOLD, a national organization that trains community organizers. So, and it started as an online campaign. It was born as an online campaign, and that is important. So let's look at the gematria of the organization that they met. Black Organizing for Leadership and Dignity equals 373, which is a prime number. The 74th prime, that number, Masonic 74, gematria 74. So Black Lives Matter started as an online campaign. Online campaign equals 74. They met through this group. The acronym is BOLD. That's 33, right? Black Lives Matter, founded on a day with 33 numerology. Online, the campaign started online. Online equals 33. Black Lives Matter was founded on the 194th day of the year. The organization they met at equals 194. July 13th, 194th day of the year. So here's their address, 1959, that number Negro, right? Highlander Way, Newmarket, Tennessee. The address without the zip equals 303 or 33 is where bold was established. In Tennessee, 137, the 33rd prime, right? So here's Alicia Garza, born January 1st, 1981. She's 39 right now. Born in Oakland, California. You know, a la the Black Panthers. Supposedly she has a Jewish father. She was 32 when BLM was formed, Negro 32. It was 190 days after her birthday, her 32nd birthday. And the day she was born leaves 361 days left in the year. That's interesting because 361 square root is 19. And what's so interesting about 19? It's a chaos number. Chaos 19. And if you see what's happening, they're really spreading chaos. And all three women share this perfect number of 28. 28 is a perfect number. Chaos equals 28. Garza equals 28. Her last name, Garza. Coolers equals 28. Kind of sounds like colors. Garza and colors are supposedly queer. And Tometi equals 28. Tometi was actually born with 107 numerology, 107 to 28th prime when she was born. So let's look at Patrice Cullors, born June 20th, 1983 in Los Angeles. And she had just turned 30 when BLM was formed. The N-word equals 30. And it was 3 weeks and 3 days after her birthday that they formed. 3 weeks, 3 days. And the day BLM formed and the day she was born is a mirror. So the day that BLM formed, Black Lives Matter, was the 194th day, leaving 171 remaining. And she was born on the 171st day, leaving 194 remaining. Interesting, right? Opal Tometi, born August 15th, 1984. Opal Tometi. She was 29 when BLM was formed. She was born with 126 and 45 numerology. And she's named accordingly. Her name equals 126 and 45. And from when they formed to her next birthday was 33 days. Interesting. Police equals 33. Black lives equals 33. Freedom equals 33. Justice is all things they want, right? 33. That number. Race war, 33. So they formed on 7/13 or 13/7 or 137. Number 137, good old 137, is the 33rd prime. Formed on 13/7. I had the slide right there. Black Lives Matter, 173, kind of a reshuffling of 137. Remember? Established on a day with 33 numerology. Let's look at their funding here. They've received over $100 million in funding from the Open Society Foundation, Ford Foundation, and Borealis Philanthropy. among others. Open Society, George Soros, Ford Foundation, involved in a lot of CIA activities. $100 million. Over $100 million. That's a lot. Do you think they care about black lives? They got 100 million. African American equals 100. So some criticisms of Black Lives Matter. Some critics accuse them of being anti-police. Sergeant Dimitri Penney of Dallas Police Department filed an unsuccessful lawsuit against Black Lives Matter in September of 2016, which accused the group of inciting a race war. Interesting, right? Race war equals 33. Black Lives Matter formed on a day with 33 numerology. Black Lives equals 33. Marchers using a BLM banner were recorded in a video chanting, "Pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like bacon," at the Minnesota State Fair. Law enforcement groups said that the chant promotes death to police, and it does. The protest organizer disputed that interpretation, saying, "What we are promoting is that if black people who kill police officers are going to fry, then we want police officers to face the same treatment that we face as civilians for killing officers." Kind of a weird explanation. A North Carolina police chief retired after calling BLM a terrorist group. A police officer in Oregon was removed from the street duty following a social media post in which he said he would have to babysit these fools in reference to a planned BLM event. So both police and Black Lives Matter, they're both terrorist organizations. So, not that. So depictions in the media, they appeared in Law and Order SVW, interesting. Depicted in Scandal, the Fox Empire drama of Empire, and ABC sitcom. So they're a part of popular culture. In the polls, the U.S. population perception of Black Lives Matter varies considerable by race. In September 2015, nearly two-thirds of African Americans, two-thirds or 0.666, mostly agree with Black Lives Matter, while 42% of white Americans are unsure. 42, like the N-word. 59% of whites thought that Black Lives Matter distracted attention from the real issues of racial discrimination. 59, like Negro. So anyway, interesting. This is just from Wikipedia. You can get out of this. There we go. Out of it. So check out their gear. If you go to their website, they sell all kinds of stuff. A Justice face mask for $15. A Freedom face mask. Remember, these are 33 numbers. Justice 33, Freedom 33. A 2020 flag logo shirt for $30, like the N-word. A 2020 flag logo t-shirt. The N-word. Right, $30. Justice face mask. If you write out the whole thing, it equals $259. Kind of like Black Lives Matter equals $259. These are new arrivals too. This got in. Freedom face mask equals $71. African American $71. Also police brutality $71. And then 2020 flag logo t-shirt $173. Where we've seen that number before. Black Lives Matter $173. It's all coded. And then the 2020 flag logo shirt $74, like Masonic, like Gematria. The 2020 flag logo t-shirt equals 213, like death. Remember death? Look at Negro and face mask, both 59 and 32. There's people protesting with face masks on. They're protesting the wrong thing. Face mask equals 42, like the N-word. And there's more gear. They got stickers. They got Freedom Dad hat, Freedom hoodie. Remember the whole thing about the hoodie? And who was it? Trayvon Martin hoodie. That hoodie equals 56 and 106 like Black Lives Matter, 38 like murder, death, killing. Black. 56, big number that we've seen all year long. 56 and 106, Black Lives Matter. So the 2020 flag logo sticker, 74. Love that number. Freedom Dad hat, 59, like Negro. I Can't Breathe. Remember 106, like Black Lives Matter. I got a shirt that says, for us, by us. That equals 56 as well. Just like Black Lives Matter. All Seeing Eye, 56. Coronavirus. Hashtag Black Lives Matter, as I mentioned before, equals 102. Kind of like the N-word, 102. And then here's the N-word in police and the satanic, also the same thing, 270 or 27, like ritual. BOD was founded in Newmarket, Tennessee. That's also 270, like the N-word, like police. There's 16 chapters of BLM, all right? 106, Black Lives Matter equals 106. Founded on the 13th in 2013. Their colors are black and yellow, black, yellow. If you write out black and yellow, it equals 76. Is that interesting? Black, yellow equals, just say black, yellow, it equals 59. Numbers of Negro, Negro 59 and 76. I looked at the significance of the color yellow. On the one hand, it stands for freshness, happiness, positivity, clarity, energy, optimism, enlightenment, remembrance, intellect, honor, loyalty, and joy. But on the other, it represents cowardice and deceit. Right? Sickness and jealousy. It seem like they do represent deceit. I mean, there's such a well-funded organization, over $100 million. What are they doing with the money? And then black is associated with power, fear, mystery, strength, authority, elegance, formality. You know, death, evil, and aggression. Rebellion. They're all about rebellion. So that's why they picked that number. So they became a nationally known organization after the death of Michael Brown Jr. They had a Get on the Bus Freedom Ride to Ferguson. August 30th, Labor Day. So from their foundation, their forming, to this Freedom Ride was exactly 59 weeks. We've been talking about this number, Negro 59, right? Exactly 59 weeks. And then the shooting of Michael Brown happened on August 9th, 2014. I'm not going to go into that, but just to point out that from the actual shooting was exactly 56 weeks, right? Black Lives Matter, 56. Am I repeating myself? So it was funny because I was about to wrap this up and I got this email from work about a Black Lives Matter silent protest Friday, June 12th at 5:09 p.m., kind of like 59. Family friendly, bring a mask. So I thought this was hilarious. 509. 509 is a prime number too. I didn't know this. It's the 97th prime number. 97. You know, why start the rally at 509? Death 97. 509, the 97th prime. And 50959, like Negro, like these numbers we're talking about, like in Jewish, it's kill 59. Negro also 22, and that's interesting because it's going to happen on a day with 22 numerology. We can all be silent. We have 202 days left in the year on June 12th. Dead equals 22 as well. And BLM silent protest equals 213. Kind of like death equals 213. Happening on a day with 38 numerology, like murder, death, killing. 38. And look at silent and murder. A complete match in all four ciphers. 79, 34, 83, and 38. Silent. Be silent about a murder. So BLM silent protest equals 219. Also family friendly equals 219. So here's the facts. 5:09 to 5:30, it's going to be for 21 minutes. The Brattleboro Common, 139, like Freemasonry. Right? 21 minutes is 1,260 seconds. The protest will be held on 6/12 or 12/6 or 126. 60 times 21, 1260. That's the date the protest will be held. It can be a 21 minute long protest. So why 20 minutes? The Brattleboro Common, 201 or 21. Common is 73, the 21st prime. And if you write out 21 minutes, it equals 71. Kind of like African American or police brutality. And then you write out 21 equals 42 and 102. See these numbers relating to the N-word, 42, 102, just like that's why it's going to be for 21 minutes. Also Saturn numbers, slavery numbers. And then what an apropos place for this protest. Brattleboro Common 96, BLM Silent Protest 96. That's where it's going to be held there. It stops at 5:30. The N-word 5:30, police 30, Saturn 30. Black Lives Silent Protest equals 113, you know, kind of like bullshit. Kind of like 113, the 30th prime. Right? This is some Saturn stuff going on for sure. It's all about Saturn worship. Saturn 30 and 42. The same numbers we're talking about. 21 as well. Gonna be for 21 minutes. You know, they do a 21 gun salute. Why 21? It's an homage to Saturn. That's why. At the Common. Common 73, the 21st prime. That's why it's going to be there. So there's plenty more. If you look at the website, look at some other things. We talk about the death of Breonna, or her birthday, or whatever. What matters? What matters? Black Lives Matters. What matters? 148, the N-word in Jewish equals 148. It also equals 40 in reduction, Jewish reduction. So what matters? 148 and 40, just like the N-word. Go back to this slide here. They talk about happy birthday to Breonna. It's her 27th birthday, like racism 27, ritual 27. Breonna, why are they mentioning Breonna? Because she's another 33. Also 218 in Jewish. 33. That's why we're mentioning Brianna. Moment of silence for him. 8 minutes and 46 seconds, right? So, there you go. Black Lives Matter. A look inside chapters, programs, global actions. You know, a pretty sophisticated website. And trying to appeal to the hip-hop crowd. Our dope official gear. Freedom and liberation. Join the movement to fight for freedom, liberation, and justice. Freedom, liberation, and justice. Freedom 33, justice 33. I don't know what liberation is, but we'll find out what the whole phrase is. 277, the 59th prime. Like the N-word. I'm sorry, like Negro 59. So what was liberation? Liberation. 66, like Black Lives. Like Number of the Beast. So that'll do it. It's been a kind of a long video. So thanks for watching. And talk to you later.